Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. The 5th day of spring is looking pretty good. Sun's out. It did rain last night, so that's why the ground's a little wet. But as you can see, we're loading up with some milk. It's not a great price for milk. I mean, it's the okay price of $7.10 or something like that. So we're going to take that up and sell a tank load because we got a couple tanks here. So, you know, barring a great demand on milk, it's not a bad idea to sell some. Because after we sell it, the price is going to drop. Speaking of prices dropping, the wool price right now is right around 8,700, but it's in the, you know, it's showing red, so it's not a great price to sell for this time of the year. Overall, it's not a bad price. I'm hoping the price goes back up because usually the 5th and 6th day of spring is the best day to sell wool, so I'm going to hold out on that. But we are going to have to sell the wool or have a great demand on wool, milk, or rye because we need the cash to buy our forage harvester for the first day of summer. Because we got some grass to sell, or excuse me, we'll have grass to pick up. The way we're going to do it, and you know, get some silage going so we can sell some of that silage at the BGA. But the temperature is warm enough finally to plant some sugar beet and some corn. So that's what we're going to do today after we sell some milk. You can see our total is down just below 100,000, so we need like another 144,000. Yeah, about that. I think the forage harvester we're looking at is right around 250. Just rounded off to 250. So that's what we kind of need. But boy, I really don't want to sell the wool unless the price is in the green for the time of the year that it's in. So, you know, unless we get lucky with the rye, the milk is not going to do it alone. I mean, we can get a great demand for milk, but that's not going to... We don't have that much milk to get us up to 250,000. But other than that, the farm is doing rather well at this stage. I just don't know why the cars stop on the corners still. I was trying to cut it wide. I thought that car was going to run the corner. It didn't. So I had to cut it wide and I hit the fence. The car could not be there. Now I hit the fence. I could hit the fence anyway. So that's just the way I drive. So let's get going here. It is about 9:30 in the morning. We got plenty of time to do what we need to do. If not, slow down time. I could actually probably speed up time for what we're doing today, I believe. The animals should be fine for a while. And the processing plant is doing well. I don't have to bring over anything there. It's still got like 70,000 in the reserve that it's trying to process. But we should get roughly right around 40 grand, I would think, for this load. Actually, maybe not that much. Maybe 38. But you know, a good way to start the morning is, you know, bringing some cash for the farm. Swing this sucker around in here. Seems like I'm just barely clipping everything today. There we go. At least get us back in the 6 digits for now. Of course, yeah, we do owe that 1.2 million to the bank, but who's counting, right? So we're buying our stuff first and we'll slowly pay off the bank, but I don't want to borrow money if I don't have to anymore. We've pretty much gone hog wild on the bank for the first 3 years. I think this is our 4th season. Actually, we're getting a decent price here, it seems like. Yeah, so I could get 40 grand for it. Didn't think we would, but we sure did, didn't we? Not bad. Not bad at all. Hopefully there's no car coming around that corner. I keep forgetting once in a while that traffic is turned on. We'll bring the tanker back down to where the cows are, because obviously it's empty, so it needs to go down to get water, refill the water, or do whatever we're going to do with it. Like I said, hopefully sometime this season we should be able to buy another tanker. So instead of having one tank trying to do water, milk, and bring digestate or slurry over to the processing plant, we could have 2 tanks splitting up the jobs. I already got the New Holland down below. I think it's actually hooked up to the Condor. Actually it is, because the Glance mod is telling me so. There, she's backed up and in and undercover for now. Let's hop in the beautiful T8. I am kind of wondering why the tanker would make the Amazon open up, because really that could not hold... The tanker can't hold seed or artificial fertilizer, so I'm not quite sure. Now I'm starting to wonder, is this going to activate to fill up seed? It does, okay. I was wondering because, you can see this... the fill points here. That will take this a little bit to fill up. Actually, it's got to sound like it's filling up with gas, but we know it's not. So if we go in here, we can see the wool price. Well, at least it's not going down anymore. So I'll have to see how this works out to the day. If it gets up somewhere near 9,000, it's always a chess game with this when you got a lot and you need the money to sell. It's like, when do I sell it? Because in a couple of days the price won't be as good as it is on the 5th and 6th day of spring. So well, hopefully that goes up. The milk price was at $7.10. Of course now it's down because we sold it. And of course the rye is not on the rise anymore. It's on the way back down. So I've yet to see any of these rye prices in the green. But then again, you look at our sell points, is anything in the green at all? Other than soybeans. I think 9,000 is the limit on this modded Condor. There we go. And I want to say it holds about 6,000 liters of fertilizer. I don't remember, but it fills up with what it fills up with. We got more than enough, I do believe. So the cows, oh yeah, the cows' health is actually, they're up in the 80 percentile, 81%. Look at that, 120 sheep now. So we're getting a new sheep, if you will, every I almost said every six minutes. Every 6 hours. They're producing another pallet already, so that's good news. They're going through more silage again, but we do have some silage at the BGA that we may top them off with here eventually. No, so it's 5,000 on the fertilizer. So there, we are all set. Now the great thing about this modded Seadrill, nope, that's corn. There we go, sugar beet. Sugar beet's going to be the crop that we're going to start with. So let's head on. We'll just meet you over at the big field because it's going to take a few seconds to get there. Alright, traffic, you're starting to really tick me off. And then he honks his horn at me because he can't make the corner. Maybe if I put my beacons on. They're not that long of a ride over, and I left the gate open. I don't remember doing that. I thought the gate was closed. It's not right in our neighbor's field. I did see something very interesting when I was before I started recording, that one of the NPC's fields has withered. It's partially grown and partially withered. I thought that to me that was rather interesting. But this is our field here on the left hand side, so we're gonna put some sugar beet into it and then a lot of corn. Not that much sugar beet because sugar beet yields rather well. There's our lovely train over there. I was trying to get a ramp to go up to the train so we could somehow use the train system, but let's unfold this sucker and get to working. All right. No, we don't want to go that way. Auto detect. That's pretty good there. We're going to do the turns ourselves. This is just helping us to keep us straight. V to lower. Turn on. And there we go. Piggies, your food is in the process of being made. So you can see this field at the other end has like jagged edges or whatever, or different lengths. The first 2 lengths of the field will be sugar beet and the rest will be all corn. That's the plan. Feels good to be seeding your own fields once again. That's right, I'm doing the turns, that's why it's stopping short. I'm like, why is it stopping already? So we made a little money this morning and now we're putting money into the ground. And we already got the corn header for our harvester ready to go. Well, it's kind of ready to go. The harvester's at the other end of the farm and the header's down here. As for the sugar beet harvester, I haven't modded one. The price is rather cheap, but we'll see how it goes when we get there. Because that won't be until early fall. I know I don't own that field. I'm just taking a wide corner for my own field. And then eventually, of course, we'll have to fertilize it twice. And all this will get stored down at the lower silo next to the pig food mixer to make pig food. So we can buy some piggies this fall. But I'm going to get going on this. Like I said, when we're almost done with the first section of the sugar beet. But after the second section, I hope that'll be enough sugar beet for the pigs for at least a year until we can figure it out. I think it should be, because we're not going to buy that many pigs. And then the rest of the field will be corn. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and enjoy watching the show of me seeding this field. The only way we make a jump cut is if we get a great demand on something, but yeah, we're going to zigzag, and I'll meet you at the other end of the field. I have to say at first the field doesn't look as big as it is. But when you start seeding it, then you realize it's bigger. I think we're going to have a lot of corn at the end of this harvest, which is good. We'll just keep some in our silo for the pigs. Might be able to sell some corn actually to begin with, because I don't think we're going to need as much as we're going to have. Sugar beet, we should be fine. But that is our big field seeded for the year. Almost. We got this little section here, but yeah. Not too bad. The T8 did a wonderful job pulling this condor, which, it should on a flat field. Lift that up. Let's not go into our neighbor's field there, because, which some point will be ours. So now if we look at our map, and then we go to here. I've never done this before myself, putting multiple crops in the same field. Well, there's our sugar beet and there's our corn. And while we're here, what are the prices looking like so far? Well, milk is going down. The wool is staying somewhat, and the rye is, that price is kind of going up. It doesn't look like nothing to sell. I should bring the HUD back up. So what time is it? It's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon. For that field, let's see, took about 60% of our seed and 25% of our fertilizer. Should put my beacons on here, because we got to park here for a second. Make sure we close the gate. Now you're watching me close the gate, so if I come back and it's open, really traffic, don't pull forward yet. Let me get around you. Should have taken off your side mirror for pulling up that close. But we'll bring the condor back, and we're going to wash both the seed drill and the T8 if I can not oversteer too much. So the last thing we're probably going to do for today, since we're not going to be able to sell nothing with the prices that they are. I mean, we sold milk already, but I was hoping that wool price was going to go up. But you can't have everything, but we got to sell it either today or tomorrow. And today is not looking that well. I hope tomorrow that the price doesn't drop again. Saw that car coming. This T8 is turning sharper than I expected to. Gonna swing her around. Too bad you can't empty your seed drills and fertilizers yet. And we gotta definitely wash off the T8. That's just too dirty for a T8. Don't have to get too clean because I'll be seeding maybe again tomorrow. Hopefully some soybeans. park away our Cedro for the season, I do believe. Disconnect that, turn that off, hop on out. And now we gotta go get some silage for the cows. I want to empty out that pit anyways. So what we'll do is we'll top off the cows with the silage that we can. And the rest will go to the mixer. Let's get the JCB rolling here. And I'm almost certain that with traffic being on, this is not going to go too well. But we'll see how we make out. Well, here we are. And see if the JCB comes down the corner. You can still see in the glance mod that it's doing 26 miles an hour. Actually, here it comes. No, stop. Alright, that'll work. I thought I left myself enough room, but you kind of push it forward. No, but we can still sneak in there. There we go. Let's empty out this pit. Get ourselves a full trailer full of silage, fill up the cows. And like I said, whatever we got left can go into the mixer. Because by topping them off, the cows should be good for 3 days with the silage. So that should put them to the second day of summer, but anytime we give them some Total-Mix rations, that should also put some silage into their food. And right now, I probably will leave the JCB here, because in just over a day's time we should be able to be bringing some grass here. Make sure I gotta get it all out. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do 2 more buckets. Just enough when we left over by filling the bucket once more. So I guess I don't have to be too precise trying to fill the bucket all the way, because it won't matter. Having the wider wheels on is, I'm not used to having the dual wheels on the front of a wheel loader. To me, it doesn't seem like it's making that much of a difference, but then sometimes it does. You can't really turn in here that well, can you? Don't know why I'm trying. Should just back right up and do it. And hopefully this is the last little piece. There we go. Says it's empty. Take its word for it. And I think we'll just park it right back here for now. So it can compact the grass in a couple days. Like I said when we were emptying out the silage a few days ago, left just enough for almost a full trailer. And here we are, 99% full. Should put the cover over it. I don't know how much the mixer needs, but it's going to get whatever we don't need. So we're just about need another 100 grand to buy our forage harvester. I don't know. I don't know if I should be selling the wool at that price just to get the money that we need, or to sell the rye. How much silage you guys going to take? Quite a bit, actually. More than I thought. And our mixer holds more than this, but I don't know how much is still in the mixer, if anything. Yep. That's why you look both ways before you cross the street. I sure don't. It always seems to be a car coming, doesn't it? Well, the mixer's empty, so it should take all of that, and it should start making some more, unless we're maxed out at the same time, but I doubt it. No, not even close. So we got corn planted, we got some rye, we got the sugar beet, and we got some soybean. I could actually plant some canola now, but since we got soybean up above, we'll just do soybean once again, and we'll transport it down here via train. But for now, let's go park up the trailer and the Volvo, because it doesn't look like we're going to be needing it anymore today. Disconnect that so I don't start the Volvo by accident and take off. The one thing I probably should check is go back to the barn. I'm facing the wrong way because the processing plant is over this direction. Steam coming out, which means we still got material here. 71,000, so yeah, it's going to take a while before I can bring a load over. Although we got 31,000 liters. I know I checked it last time, but let's see what that price is going for. Actually, that price is going up at the garden center. That is not a bad price. We could also sell some of that and maybe sell some rye and keep the wool if the wool price does not get any better than that. You know, hold on to the wool for another year or something. Who knows what will become, but we'll have to make a decision tomorrow. The last day of spring, because we need a forage harvester on the first day of summer. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.